Hey, hello everyone and welcome in a new video. Today I'd like to show you how to install a Rabbitmq cluster automatically with Vagrant and VirtualBox. So this is really important, like I already said on this YouTube channel, because to do more and more training, you need to iterate over your installation, and you need to start at the beginning, and after that, when you already learned something, you need to bypass all what you already learned and begin at a specific step. And in our case, for Rabbitmq, it is important to begin when we have a cluster. So in the first part of this playlist, we already saw how to install Rabbitmq cluster or single node, but now we know how to install it, and we need to know in more details how to use Rabbitmq. So to be focused on it, we can use this kind of stuff like Vagrant file. Let's go. What is the purpose of this video? Just put all previous videos together. And let's go in the terminal. What we have, so we have in the same directory two files, the Vagrant files with uppercase in the name. This is really important. If you haven't already installed Vagrant, you need to just sudo apt install Vagrant and sudo apt install VirtualBox before, because this is really important. Vagrant is just a provisioning stuff tool to use VirtualBox, for example. But if you want, you can use another hypervisor like libvirt if you want. But in our case, we just use VirtualBox because many guys can use VirtualBox, for example, on Windows or Apple or stuff like that. Let's go. So what we have at our file. So the first file is a Vagrant file. We already used this kind of file with Kubernetes to install a basic Kubernetes cluster with a K0s. So I can remove, of course, this line. And after that, what we have, so this is a loop, and Vagrant is based on Ruby language, and we use we set with an empty variable etc host, and after that we set another variable named common, where we have a shell part with sudo apt update, sudo apt install. So this is our basic tools like that we want to have into our virtual server, for example, for troubleshooting, debugging, etc. After that, we just restart SSHD, so the daemon about SSH, to be sure that we can use SSH on it. We set basically we set the box, the Vagrant box. We just want to use, for example, in our case, Debian server with bookworm release. And after that, we set a specific variable. So this is a list, like a hash map, a list named nodes in uppercase. And into it, we have one line per server. So this is like in the previous video, we have one server named Rabbit1, Rabbit2, and Rabbit3. After that, of course, for each server, we have an IP. We have the CPU that we want to use, the memory, and the type of each server. So, of course, for the first server, we want to set it as a Rabbitmq leader, so we set it into the type. And for the other server, so we have only two servers, but if you want, you can add more servers. We set it to Rabbitmq follower. Okay, we will use it just after. And after that, we use the node list to iterate into it and set the etc host variable with an increment that in this variable we have echo the IP, the host name, and we want to push each line into etc host. So we put all these lines, so only 3 lines, into the etc host, and we run this variable just later. After that, we open the provisioning loop for each node, of course. So Vagrant begin with the Rabbitmq1, and just after that the Rabbitmq2, and the Rabbit3 just after that. We set our provisioning specific, so the virtual server specifications, for example, the private network, the host name, the CPU and the memory, of course. And after that, we begin our provisioning and specific provisioning part. The first thing is just to run the etc host variable, because we use a provisioner named shell with an inline argument. So this is that means that we want to use the content about the etc host variable to run it as a shell. So this is just our echo 3 echo lines, and after that we run the command variable. So this is our specific tools here to troubleshoot or debug. And after that, just another provisioning part for the shell provisioner. And we just want to push into each virtual server in the Vagrant user, but in the root user too, the authorized keys that allows us to use the SSH classic command to use it on the Vagrant user or root user for each virtual server. And finally, of course, we want to install a Rabbitmq. And to install it, we just want to use the shell provisioner again, but with the path to use a specific script named install_rabbitmq.sh. And we want to push with this script a dedicated argument. So this is our $1 into the script based on the node type. So the node type is just Rabbitmq leader or Rabbitmq follower, and we will use it into the script to be sure that to run only the leader part with for Rabbitmq leader, and the follower part only for follower for the type Rabbitmq follower. Now we can have a look into the script, install rabbitmq.sh, and we do the same thing like we already saw, but just before we just set with the $1 another variable named role to not use directly $1. This is not a good idea to use it directly. And after that we do the same things, and we can remove the sudo like here, because all stuff will be run as root. Yes, this one too, this one too, this one too. Also, yeah, I can use it like here. Okay, and what we do just after, we ensure that we have curl, GNU-PG, etc. And after that, we pull the GPG key for each repository, and after that we install all repositories into our dedicated source list named rabbitmq.list. After that, we do apt update, not need to add a gate. I can remove it like here, and I can remove it here too. And after that, we will just install the Erlang packages, so many packages, of course. And just after that, the Rabbitmq server installation, of course, for all servers, and all installation be done step by step, one server per one server. So at the beginning, this is Rabbit 1, and the second, and the 3. So for all server again, we just ensure that we installed Rabbitmq management, and after that we install the Erlang cookie like we saw in the previous video. We set the listener to be sure to listen on all interfaces, and the port about the management, and we restart the Rabbitmq server. And then, of course, we need to do some specific action for leader and other for follower. For the leader, so we just use a condition, if condition here. And for the leader, we run the new user. We add the new user, the permissions, and we want to delete the guest user to be sure to be more secure. And we activate all future flags into it. And for followers, we just stop the app, join the cluster, and start again the app, and after that we will have our cluster. So let's go. I use Vagrant up to run all stuff together. I take a break, and for you this is just in a few seconds, but we will check the result at the end. Okay, so this is the end for the last server. You can see here the Rabbit 3 command line output. So you can see that we are into the Erlang installation, I think, yeah. And we can go here on our GUI. You can see that we have Rabbit 1 and Rabbit 2, and if we wait just a few seconds, like here, we can we will see normally the Rabbit 3 server, because we have the join right now, I think. And not again. Yes, the join is just right now. Now we have the yellow, not the statistics not available. Need to wait just 5 seconds. And the Rabbit 3 server is now into our server, and we just run the Vagrant up command at the beginning. So this is really, really cool and fun. No Ansible, no stuff like that, just a bash script and the Vagrant file. So this is really cool, I think, and that allows you to reuse it when you want and when you need, of course. So that's it for today. Don't hesitate to subscribe to the channel to not miss the next video and other videos like that. And you can like and comment this one, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.